Now, he comes with his shield, a big-ass shield, a lot of multicolored pieces, and the connector, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this. It's got a sliding track, and it clips into the elbow right with these points. Now, there's already a little bit of stress. It's hard to get it out, I find. It's this connector right here in the middle, and I find it hard to get out. So when you clip it on, it's nice and secure, and because it's on the track, you can have it to the front, to the back, whatever you want. It's on a hinge, so you can pull it out if you want. It is very versatile. It's just hard to get out, but you can also do something else. Let's see if I can get that out without breaking it. There we go. A little clip here. This is for that little clip inside. You can barely see it right in the shoulder piece. So what you do, at least what it shows in the instructions, is to feed it through the armor and clip it in. It's a lot like the Sazabi in that respect, where it goes into the shoulder. Not the easiest to do, but it can be done, as you see. And then you can have it on the shoulder armor instead of the arm, which is good, just in case you do break that connector. It's there. You've also got the beam saber handles mounted in the wrist, right there. Now they're very flush in the arm, and I find the easiest way to get these out is to take, after you knock stuff over, is to take one of the two clear green beams, which are supposed to be yellow, although once again it's the Kotoge version, they can do what they want. And you can just plug it in, and then pull it out. It's got the little handle in or a little connector in the handle, so you can use the connector in the hand and have the Sazabi hold it. Like that. And it's pretty solid, but the fingers wrap around, so that's really good. And the saber holds on better than his hand is. And we've also got which I'm pretty sure this is a beam shotgun, just because you got pump action. Really like that. I love it. You got the little bit of a movable handle here. Same little peg. So once again, you can have... Now this one I find, it's easier to actually have the hand off, because it is a little bit awkward to have the Sazabi hold it, just because of the longer back of the gun. So I like to do that first, and then have him hold it. Of course, that little bit of a movement in the handle does help. And then peg it into his wrist. Come on, get in there. Or not. Well, it is. There we go. Get that back on there. Or not. Well, that's more or less. That's the rifle. I haven't got around the hand around it, but it'll hold it fairly well. Like I said, it's a little awkward to hold. And there goes that finger. Yeah, this will forever fall off. What you gonna do? Now, Sazabi also has the beam axe, which you get 2 sets of effect parts. You get 2 of these really long ones, which you can peg in, and you get 2 short ones, which you can peg in. So you can have them like that, or I'd have to say my favorite is have it like that, or you can have it with 2 short ones. Now you can peg this into the shield, which I'll show right now. If I can unclip it from the shoulder, there we go. Little peg right up here. And just peg it right in like that. Now you can, it will work with the actual beams attached like the Sazabi does. Or Sanaju, sorry. So you can use it like that if you want, or just have these off and have it stored. And you can also separate the two halves. There's a little peg adapter that goes in here. And then you can unpeg it from the top. Like that. And then you can switch it around so you can have them like that. And if you rotate the one to the side, you can do that, which I can't even get in frame because it's so big. That's about as good as it gets. It's really, really friggin' big. And the Sazabi will hold on to it as well as the other ones because it has, well, it has the peg here, but it also has a peg here. You probably want to hold it there. It's just a little easier. Or you could have them as two separate weapons to hold into the hand. Which, yeah, you kind of have to rotate his hand just so that the glove, or I guess the sleeve, doesn't hit. But he'll hold it. You just have to work with it. I don't really like this part. This part that rotates. It doesn't solidly connect in as well as I'd like. So it kind of wiggles and wobbles. But I do like how this has a little black detailing here. Very nice. And then we have the new edition, and I'm not really sure what this is called. Is it a sniper rifle? I don't know. Pretty big looking, compared to a shotgun. You see it is quite a bit longer. And it does have an extending stock piece. And it also has the connector, so you can peg it into the hand securely. But you can do a little bit more with this thing. If you have the Sanaju, or I think the Sanaju slide has it as well, you get the bazooka adapter. And so you can flip this part open, and peg that in. Oh yeah, you have to take this bottom piece off, and then it'll peg in here, and into the top. Clip that in, and I guess this is a scope. It'll peg right into there. And there you have a souped up rifle with the bazooka attachment. Which is pretty nice, and very big now. You can extend that. So yeah, pretty good. It's a little bit of a cross play. If you have the one, you can add it onto this, which is kind of neat. So then we have to come to the main attraction, well, one of them, the funnels, which are actually really awesome on this kit. Let's make sure the light's on them, because you can open up the black parts, and it actually raises up a little bit, so you can actually have the panels flat. And you still have an extra casing that holds the funnels, or I guess they're bits. And they pegged very nicely into here via the little thruster connection, if you don't lose it. I lost one. So it'll still hold if you have it closed, but not as securely as it should be. Now the cool thing about these is they work just like they do in the show, pretty much. Because when you open these up, and you push the thruster, it pushes the beam emitter out, which also keeps these parts nice and splayed out. Now, it's a little hard, I find, to put it back in because you push the tip in, and it either pushes the actual part back with the thruster, which is what you want, or it pushes the housing out, the gray part, and then these parts fall out. It's a little annoying, but you just have to do it just right, and you can get it back in to its store mode. And then place it back inside there. And everything's back in place. So very nice. I really like those. They're really awesome, but like I said, really finicky. Like when you try to assemble it, they can be very touchy. to get right. And these fuel tanks are starting to annoy me. So that's the accessories. Oh, and I can't forget a little Char figure. And there is a little add-on, little extra thing. A Char in the cockpit, which you could possibly give to the new Gundam to reenact the scene in the movie. It's kind of cool. So that's the accessories. Quite a lot, actually. More than I was expecting, for sure. And I definitely wasn't expecting the add-on with this. So all in all, very, very good accessories. I like them all. Now let's compare this guy to the kit from last year, or I suppose 2012, the new Gundam Katoki. And you can see they are, yeah, Sazabi kinda dwarfs, just a little bit. Yeah, definitely. I've had to rearrange those funnels. Those funnels are god-awful. I hate them so very much. So very much. I might just glue them eventually. And the Sanaju. Which, wow, even with the Sanaju, which is a big freaking kit, it is still kind of tiny compared to this bulky Sazabi. It has this huge presence to it. Yeah, the Master Grade Sazabi version Katoki is pretty amazing. It's a very complicated build because there's so much to it, and it does take quite a while. But it's definitely worth it. It is expensive, but once again, totally worth the price and the time. It looks amazing. It is a little finicky when you try to open up these panels, I find. It can be hard and a little annoying, but really, it looks, and it's really solid. It looks great. It's solid. For the bulkiness of it, good articulation, and great accessories. So yeah, it is a great, great model. So that's about it, and I'll see you at the next review.